So you want to watch Code Geass, huh? Or maybe you're unsure about watching Code Geass and want some reassurance? Whatever the case, today I'm going to be discussing with you why Code Geass is such an amazing anime and why, if you haven't already, you should definitely check it out and give it a watch. Now myself personally, I put off watching it a little while because, well, every time I saw it, something about the art style bugged me. I mean, when you first see them legs, it doesn't seem right. But believe me, you'll get used to the art style extremely quickly, and personally, I found an appreciation for it, and consider it one of my favourite art styles to date. On the contrast, something that initially drew me in, and actually led me to watch it, was that it had giant robots, and I'm a sucker for giant robots. The only problem was I watched the first episode or two, and the robots weren't that fantastic, and it seemed a little disappointing, but something strange is going on. Even though the robots weren't the main focus, I wasn't losing interest. I was gaining interest, and rapidly too. Now, if you haven't watched Code Geass, which I'm going to assume you haven't, the story goes a little something like this, without any major spoilers of course. The story revolves around the protagonist, Lelouch, and his last few years of high school. Outside of this, the world is being taken over by the Britannian Empire, and Japan is like one of the first few places that has been taken over, and pretty much they reduced the Japanese citizens to be called 11s and took away a lot of the human rights and stuff like that. And basically, Lelouch finds himself in a situation where he obtains a certain power, known as Geass. He feels as though this power can actually help him tear apart the Britannian Empire and build a world based on his own ideals, with almost any means necessary. The story also follows Lelouch's childhood friend, Suzaku, who has a bit of a different outlook on a road to peace and is a soldier within the Britannian Empire itself. Now, although these characters' ideals conflict with each other throughout most of the story, they're still seen as great friends, but mutually they're worst enemies. Take that as you will, you gotta watch the story to find out more about that. Yeah, I feel like that is enough context without giving anything away. So our main character for this great series is none other than Lelouch himself, who is pretty much an anti-hero throughout the series. If you don't know what I'm getting at by that, basically imagine Light Yagami from Death Note, but not insane, and much smarter, and all around 10 times better as a character. That's basically Lelouch in a nutshell. Now, what makes the anime so great, you might ask? Well, I already discussed this a little earlier, but despite the fact the first few episodes aren't heavily focused on what I was looking forward to, that being giant robots, the show still managed to lure me in and capture my attention. So why is that, and why should you give the show a go as well? It's because the story is so great and interesting and such a big refresher from many other mecha anime out there and a lot of anime in general. Now yes, I did recently just compare Lelouch to Light Yagami, however that does not mean they are similar characters by any means. Lelouch is a lot more fleshed out as the series goes on, and from the minute he acquires his Geass, you know the story is about to get good. What does it do? Why does it do that? How does it do that? What does he plan on doing with the new power? What sort of ways is he going to use it? There's a lot of questions to be answered, and the show feeds you answers at a nice pace to give you, keep you keen, and then also give you a really nice satisfaction. So with the show, the more you watch it, the more you do get rewarded. You get rewarded with a deeper and better story, interesting and heartbreaking situations, and of course, you get rewarded with better freaking giant robots. And I don't consider this a spoiler, so boom, there's a picture of one, boom, there's a picture of another, and I think that's all you're going to get until you watch the series for yourself and figure it out, because I can't spoil everything for you. You've got to give you some incentive to watch. Now, just for a second, I'm basically going to be Netflix's recommendations and say if you liked anime such as Evangelion, Gundam Unicorn, Gundam 8th MS Team, Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, Death Note, Cowboy Bebop, Zoid's Genesis, Erased, Tokyo Ghoul, the manga, not the horror anime, that's for a whole nother video, Zankyou no Terror, and or Full Metal Alchemist, you're probably going to enjoy Code Geass. And at this point, if I haven't convinced you enough already, just listen to a few seconds of the opening theme, and I'll leave you with that. Have a great day, guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.